What's your Tyler's back with my Raw review for November 24th, 2025, the last Raw before Survivor Series, and also the last Raw I'm doing this year, so yeah. It was just so raw. It was in the Paycom Center in Oklahoma City, Oklahoma, so yeah. Like I said, this was the last Raw before Survivor Series. There's a SmackDown left, but that's mostly pre-tape, but that'll be my last SmackDown review of the year. Um, it's continuing the John Cena Last Time Is Now tournament, which there's that. Um, and the continuation of the two War Games matches. We actually started with Roman Reigns kicking off this episode of Raw. He says Oklahoma City acknowledge him, and then Cody Rhodes comes out, and I'm sitting here like, we've done this with Roman and Cody. Can we just move on from this, please? But anyways, they talk about this past Friday on SmackDown. Reigns does not look pleased and will not locking Rhodes' direction, and then he says, "So Oklahoma City, what do you want to talk about?" Says why he's involved in the War Games, why it for Reigns, and then Reigns thinks about it, and then he says he Chet has been in this war, Rhodes has just been in and all that, and now comes CM Punk, which this run so far, his world title run is so far it's not ending with empty-handed, you know what, or stuff like that. Oh wait, this is not the other one. But anyways, he comes down and he talks about, it's great to be alive on a Monday night in Oklahoma City or what. Is that his new lines every time he comes in? He's talking, Punk doesn't need Reigns' word because last year at War Games he saved Reigns' life. Reigns says 4 months later Punk ruined it, and Punk says he's now worried about Reigns stabbing him in the back and all that. And then how this becomes Rhodes' team. This isn't SmackDown or the USA Network. This is Monday Raw on Netflix and stuff like that. And Reigns says he's locked in on either world title, and so I'm like, with all due respect, but Roman does not need another world title run, to be honest. So yeah, it was a fine segment. And then Paul Heyman is back there with Drew McIntyre, who is not anything reckless and all that. They talk about Brock Lesnar and all that, which I'll talk about Brock Lesnar in a moment, but we're not there yet. We actually started with the first of the two quarterfinal Last Time Is Now tournament matches. Gunther defeats Carmelo Hayes. Just don't let Gunther win this tournament, please. Do not let him be seen as final opponent, and do not let him do like he did with Goldberg. Let's just hope to God that doesn't happen. But yeah, Gunther moves on to the semifinals and he'll face the winner of either Solo Sikoa or Penta, which unfortunately that anything disaster, but we'll get to that. It was not that great of a match, really. I got a 1 out of 5. Anyways, Cody Rhodes and CM Punk are with Roman Reigns. Then the Usos walk in and talk about getting into the War Games Advantage matches. I'm not a fan of the whole War Games Advantage type matches, but still, and Punk and Rhodes to fix the stuff like that. Then they talk about, there's a video about John Cena, coming. Think about success meaning given you're so great and reveal failure and all that. And then Dom comes out. He brings out a midget who looks like John Cena, or the midget. Cena come out and Dom beats him up, and yeah. Ray comes out and they set up a match with him and JD McDonough, and Rey Mysterio won that. It was a decent match, I'm just gonna be honest. I go at 2.5 out of 5. That was it. Anyways, then in the GM's office, Raquel complains about Nikki Bella getting rewarded with a title match, which, yeah, I agree. Why the fuck is Nikki Bella getting a title opportunity when she literally hadn't won a fucking... Okay, the only match she won in her return bout was against Chelsea Green. That was it. She lost to Becky Lynch, and she lost to Asuka. Which, to be fair, she should not have beaten them, really. But... And then the New Day with Grayson Waller comes in. They want a tag title shot against AJ Styles and Dragon Lee. Whatever. And they're not going to win the tag titles next week. Then Brock Lesnar walking backstage, and Paul Heyman is waiting outside his locker room. Well, again, flashbacks to 2002 in the Ruthless Aggression with those two. Anyways, then the heel team for the War Games, the women's one of the Kabuki Warriors, Becky Lynch, Nia Jax, and Lash Legend comes in, and they talk about what happened over the few weeks, and all that, and then Becky was gonna says all that, and then Rhea comes out, and then Io comes out, then Charlotte comes out, then Alexa comes out, and then AJ Lee comes out, and all that, and then Rhea. And then there was a fight going on, and that was basically it. It was actually not that bad, but still. Then we got the other quarterfinal match for the last time. It's now a tournament. Solo Sikoa defeats Penta by a referee style because Penta got hurt. How? Well, he hurt his arm going through a Hurricane Run on Solo, and I'm like, oh my god, really? I can't grade this because of an unfortunate circumstance. So we're getting Gunther versus Solo Sikoa. Two guys who absolutely did not deserve to have matches at SummerSlam World title shots at SummerSlam last year. Come on, another John Cena thing where he got injured in 2007 and came back at 2008 Royal Rumble in Madison Square Garden. There's that. Then I'm going to go to the main event quickly because I don't care about the Match of the Pre stuff, or there's also a Stephanie Kerr talking about what happened with her and Nikki and all that, whatever. The main event is the War Games Advantage match. Logan, fucking Paul, and Drew McIntyre defeats the Usos, which the heels get the advantage, which that always happens every time we get War Games. I don't know why they do these. It was a paint by numbers main event. 2 out of 5. Roman comes out with Cody and CM Punk also. They all took care of it. They showed the end graphic, but then Brock Lesnar comes out, and he was going to do his entrance, the fact he does it, he fell on his fucking ass. How the fuck did he do that? He was doing his pose, and he fell on his fucking ass. And then there was a brawl, and that's how the show ended. Whatever. I don't... Yeah. This overall we give it a C+. Yeah, I'll be fair, give it a C+, because the matches were not that great on this Raw, but whatever. I'll do the Damage movie review with Stone Cold, and then episode 105 will be Showdown will be the fallout from Insurgents and going into the brand split. There might be some little something going on with that. Well, not really though, but still. And Thursday, my second channel, subscribe to the notification on that one. You will see the last Survivor Series I had to talk about is Survivor Series 2015. And we're done. So like this video, comment below, subscribe to this channel right here, Notification Channel, and I'm done for now. Bye-bye.